been outstanding on the year.
She absolutely has. All right, opening kick. Clemson will control. Clemson in the home whites. Louisville in the traveling black uniforms for them. This will be interesting to see how Clemson comes out here and tries to attack Louisville. They're going to try to push it long. See if they can use some of that speed, and it's going to go over the inline and be a goal kick.
That's nicely defended from Lucy Roberts there, just shepherding the ball out of bounds, keeping Tatum short off of it.
Tatum short down for Clemson. It got a lot of speed, and part of the young freshman class that has been so big for Coach Ed Radwanski's Clemson Tigers. We'll talk more about that freshman class throughout the broadcast. Backside there guarded by Danny Davis, and will force the throw in, which Clemson will take. Clemson generally very patient. They try to build attacks in the back end, and there's our first whistle of the night. Harper White got tripped up. Louisville's coach, there you go, Karen Ferguson Days. You can see 24th season at Louisville. 203 wins in the 24 years that she's been heading up the program.
Yeah, and she was an outstanding player in her own right at UConn before getting into coaching.
Louisville able to stop the Clemson attack. They try to counter. Clemson will force them to play it negative. Alexander playing it back. Here in Floyd will mind the net here tonight for Louisville. Nice push onto the foot of Geyser. And here's a speed, try to break it through. Davis there, though, to defend that well and able to take it away from Jennings.
Yeah, and you just get a sense there how dangerous these wide forwards for Louisville can be.
Hey, there is some foot speed now up front for Louisville.
And talking to Coach Ferguson days before the game, it's those transitional moments that Louisville thinks they can capitalize on in this match, and you saw right there a little change of pace.
And here's Chester with her first time with foot on the ball, trying to push it through. That'll be a little too long. Scooped up by Makowitz. So we talked about Clemson only giving up 8 goals all season long. This is one of the reasons why the backline defense, Kevin, has been outstanding.
And Danny Davis does a good job of just sealing off the forward there and making it look a lot easier than it actually was.
Harper White backside controls. Brings it through space. Here's our first look at McKenna Morris. Morris trying to push it with that off outside of the foot. And out of bounds for a throw in for Clemson. Head coach at Clemson, Ed Radwanski. 13 years now here at Clemson, the 16 ACC Coach of the Year, as you see. And like his counterpart, also the most wins in program history, 136 for Radwanski here at Clemson. And here's an opportunity for Tobia. Tobia, 1-on-2, will feed it back to Morris. Morris is going to shoot it through. Ball settled out front, then cleared. And on top of it there will be Alexander, but taken away, and here's Tobia. Tobia, got 3 players around her, trying to play it back, pushed it too far. Chester shoots it off to the wing.
That's nicely done from Chester. Just change the point of attack, find some open space. You get a sense of how dangerous Tobia can be in those moments when she's forward for Clemson.
Again, they push it through, look for Chester, but Davis is there. Takes that away, so pushes it back to Makowitz. Allie Makowitz puts it at the foot of Harper White. And here is Morris. Morris with space, carries it. Head up, looking to push it. Errant pass there, that was read well by Chester. Clear it. Davis once again. Just going to touch it back to Makowitz. We'll play it back off to Danny Davis. And up the sideline goes Davis. Pressured from behind. Slow it down.
can see that shape from Louisville, Don, is when they get in their defensive shape, they will drop their outside midfielders back, and they look like 5 at the back.
Conti sends it deep, seeing if Tobia can run it down, but she can't. But Tobia forces the pass, and is going to touch it out of bounds for a throw-in. So there's Jenna Tobia, freshman out of New Jersey. Warren, New Jersey, home for her. As you take a look at Raven Alexander with a throw-in. And that'll go out of bounds up the sideline, and Clemson will take care of it.
Well, Don, you talked about that trio of freshmen for Clemson. Tobia's a big part of that with 4 goals and 8 assists on the year. She's so dangerous when she gets forward.
Morris was looking for Hirschfeld there, but couldn't get it to her. Nice job there on the steal by Bornkamp. And once again, Clemson will just control it backside. Put it forward and see if Short can run that down, but scooped up, taken care of by Floyd.
That's good awareness from Aaron Floyd just to cut that out for Louisville.
I like the breast cancer awareness pink Floyd wears in net here tonight.
Yeah, I like these Louisville kits as well with the black and gray hoops.
Hirschfeld in traffic, trying to push it to Davis, too strong. Clemson will push it all the way back to their keeper, Makowitz.
And for me, these are the moments that Harper White needs to find that good entry pass in the midfield, get Bornkamp or Hirschfeld on the ball. If she can't find that entry pass, she has the courage to dribble the ball into that space herself. Louisville's shape has been good from the top, making it problematic for Clemson to build out.
Conti. Morris trying to push it back to Conti. Defense there. Ball deflects out of bounds. Throw in Clemson at midfield. So Hallie Makowitz, numbers on her is 10 shutouts. That's #1 in all of Division I. The goals against leads the ACC. Again, that's a Clemson team that's only allowed 8 goals all season long.
And looking at that stat, what's crazy about that is the only setback on the year, the loss, was to Florida State, and they gave up 4 goals.
Four of the 8 came in one contest.
Been very good defensively.
And then that, you go back and they gave up a goal to Furman, which was their first goal of the season that they gave up, and that was the last day of August, and also was the 5th match that they had played on the season. A 1-1 tie at Georgia. A 5-1 win here at home against Syracuse, a 1-1 tie at home against Virginia. So White with territory. Push it to the foot of Tobia.
And you can see McKenna Morris, just that inverted fullback, just
nice little touch to Morris. Morris looking for the cross. Comes across, but is cleared. We'll get our first corner of the night.
That's nicely done from Lucy Roberts, getting goal side and ball side of Sammy Meredith there, cutting out that cross.
And this is well played here. And it started with a nice little touch pass to Morris.
As she times to run well and gets on it, and you get a sense of why she's contributed so many assists this year.
So here's a corner and a whistle. And a foul call. Offside against Clemson. Don't know that you want to be offside on a corner.
Not sure what happened there.
But they're going to play it from over almost in the corner. How about that? .50 ball, one in the air by Clemson. Touch it back. Bornkamp trying to push it through. Nobody there.
Yeah, the weight of that pass was just a little heavy, but good combination play nonetheless. Or Sammy Meredith just pinning that ball and laying it off to Bornkamp. Clemson forcing Louisville to punt here.
Ball kept in bounds, but taken by Clemson. Hirschfeld. And again, Clemson will just build off the backside. Morris trying to touch it back. Ball deflects. White will take it. Pressured. Chester got a foot to it, but still controlled, and Hirschfeld will finally just push it back to Makowitz.
Chester's quick, isn't she?
Yes.
See how she can be problematic.
Chester, one of those players, you know, you can watch film and you can practice, but until you actually see the speed in person, I don't know that you recognize it.
Yeah, you could see how quickly she closed Harper White there. Talking to Coach Ferguson, Days talked about being opportunistic in moments and when you can press, and she talked about that, the negative pass, and thought they could key in on those moments.
Here's Tatum short, 1v1. And they fill it middle of the field, trying to push it back. Hirschfeld, quick passes inside. She'll flip the field. Toby will settle that. Duff. Left foot, try to cross it in the box, but headed out. Morris comes over, causes some confusion there with Chester, and gets ball back in possession for Clemson. And here's White, the long chip. And it's just too much there as Bornkamp was trying to make a run at it.
That's not a bad idea as Louisville pushed out to just take your chances and drop one behind that back line. It's just a little too central in that moment. Need to be a bit wider.
Floyd drop kicks it out. Ball finally settled. Pushed all the way back, Makowitz.
Well, for me, that's where I think I've seen so much growth in Makowitz's game is with her feet, her ability to play out of the back.
And there's a whistle and foul call there on the pull down. Maddie Ellsworth on the foul.
Just a little bit of Hirschfeld's jersey there.
Hirschfeld may have sold that a little bit more than it was actually worth, but whistle. White backside to Duff. Harper White will get it right back. Davis with it on the wing. Hirschfeld trying to move it middle of the field. Chester gets it away from Hirschfeld. And then Harper White steps in.
Yeah, I think Chester was looking for a foul there, and she may have had an argument. Again, her pace and quickness, I think, caught Hirschfeld by surprise.
Conti trying to push it through, and the ball will just be pushed out of bounds by Ellsworth.
You can see how much McKenna Morris has come inside as that inverted fullback. You've seen Caroline Conti and Hal Hirschfeld drop into that right back role to build out of the back.
Conti in the box, trying to push it. Nobody there, a whiff on it, but now cleared. And then outside, shot fired that deflects. And Duff, Hirschfeld, trying to push it off to Conti, but errant pass. And now here's Chester. Chester heads up, pushes it middle of the field. Clemson defensively there, though.
It was good patience by Chester's part. I think she was really looking to kind of change the point of attack there, and Louisville just wasn't quite quick enough on the counter.
McKenna Morris in traffic, stops it. Tobia. Gonna try to left foot it, but deflects. Morris comes away with it from Chester. Pushes it through. Back out front, Conti, a long shot fired, hits the crossbar. And the ball would just be pushed out of bounds. Was that last touch by Clemson or off of Louisville? I believe we're going to get a corner here for Clemson.
Yeah, Caroline Conti from distance can be so dangerous.
Watch this.
Kind of falls for.
Had just enough top spin on it that really brought that ball down on the bend.
Floyd looked like she was comfortable that was going to be high.
It was a ball center and then headed out, and it'll be a goal kick. We've mentioned freshmen already a couple of times in this broadcast, and here they are. Davis, Tobia, Short, all in the starting lineup for Eddie Radwanski, and they've, as you can see, Kevin, all of them have really contributed.
Yeah, look at just the number of goal involvements for this crew here. And these three have been steady starters all year long for this Clemson side.
Floyd sends it towards midfield. Clemson heads it back in. Got Toby on the wing, and they find her. Tobia settles it, cuts it back, trying to feed it out front. Louisville with 7 defenders back. Gonna have none of that.
Oh, got a nice little 1v1 duel happening out here with Toby and Ellsworth.
Hirschfeld trying to clear it in. Again, was looking for Bornkamp, but cleared. Huckabee on the wing. Howard, feed it back. And Howard will get it right back and just touch it forward. Too strong of a touch. Kenna Morris controls off the pass from White. And Harper White will get it right back. White, nice little turn. Carries it into Louisville territory. Trying to push it through Short. But out comes Floyd to scoop it up.
Yeah, and I think those are the moments that Clemson needs a bit more of. If Harper White can't find that entry pass, she has the ability to penetrate on the dribble there, and she was able to spray that ball wide.
All settled there by Howard. Sent up the wing. Throw in. Plays it up the wing. Ooh, nice little touch there. And then they push it, and Short's going to jump on it. Short with some speed on the wing. Gets by defenders. Looking for the cross. There it is out front, but again, well defended. Stepping in, Ellsworth.
Yeah, Tatum Short just trying to pick out Sammy Meredith there. I wonder if the better option wasn't to clip it to the back post. You had Tobia coming as well.
There's McKenna Morris with it. 1v1. Chester causing some problems there for McKenna Morris and creates a turnover.
Yeah, just so athletic.
Alexander with the throw in here for Louisville. Morris trying to chip it forward, looking for Tobia. Headed out. Conti with a quick touch to Hirschfeld. Now here's Tobia. Right back to Conti.
It's good ball movement from Clemson to play quickly.
Tobia leaves it to Conti. Louisville pulls up that backside defense and trying to compress Clemson a little bit there outside the box, and it works.
Oh, Matty Ellsworth has been good in those 1v1 moments.
Louisville clears it to the Clemson end. Makowitz will just scoop that up. Sling it out to Duff. Morris takes it on the wing, cuts in, finds some territory. Now defenders converge. Bornkamp will feed it back to White. Conti plays it off and out of bounds. Off of Chester, the quick throw in. Can't get it up and over the defender, Alexander. Another throw in for Clemson.
This Louisville side, when they've got time to organize defensively, they are tough to break down.
One touch it off to Tobia. Again, she goes into a 1v1, chips it in, header! Nice on frame, but right at Floyd.
It's a good header from Megan Bornkamp there. Tobia is so good with both feet. You can see she cuts in, puts that on her left. Well done from Floyd.
Morris will slow it down and play it backside to White. Duff plays it off to the wing. Trying to feed it in, looking for Hirschfeld maybe on the run, but fed too much inside. Floyd will get ready to drop kick it away. Get pressure a little bit by Meredith as she does so. A little line drive kick. Clean it back into the Louisville zone.
And Meredith was obviously in an offside position there. Did a good job of not engaging.
7:30 here in Clemson, South Carolina as the Tillman Hall bells ring on campus. 21 minutes left in this first half. Here between Clemson and Louisville, 0-0. Ball plays off of Alexander. Tobia will take the quick throw in. Finds White, who plays it to Mackenzie Duff. White again trying to chip it forward. Looking for McKenna Morris, but too much on that.
And again, just Louisville is not giving Clemson any seams to build out of the back, forcing Harper White to go long there.
Here's Tobia. Trying to touch it off to Conti, but it deflects out. Alexander will clear it forward. Chester ships it to the middle. Off the back of the head of Jennings. Clemson controls in Conti now. Let's see if Clemson's got some numbers that they can push it. Conti slows it down.
And again, you could see the opportunity on the counterattack was there, but if you give Louisville a little time, they're going to organize quickly.
Ball plays through, but Hirschfeld trying to push it through, gets it right back off the deflection. Again, trying to chip it in. No avail. No, that's not the neighbor's dog.
Pups on the pitch.
Pups on the pitch.
That pup looked like he wanted to get involved right there.
That's exactly right. Conti, nice settle. Plays it in. Hirschfeld lets it go over her head, and it's going to be scooped up by Floyd. And a good job of Hirschfeld being just bodied off of that ball. There backside. That was really nice play defensively there by Cherry.
Coach Ferguson Days will be happy with that. That was one of the things that she thought would be key to the match, is that back line for Louisville, tracking the runners out of midfield. That time it was Hirschfeld coming forward, but Carson Cherry tracked that run and did a nice job defensively there.
Trying to play it to short ball to flex here. Conti with it. Conti going to push it up the center. Going to take a long outside shot, fires it just over the crossbar. We saw her hit the crossbar earlier.
I think that's a better moment for Clemson there. They transitional moment, they got forward. She takes a chance from distance. That's okay.
So there's the RPI inside of the Atlantic Coast Conference. As you can see, Clemson sitting at number 12. North Carolina, Florida State, both in the top 5. Notre Dame there at 11, Pitt at 27.
Well, Notre Dame, Clemson, that'll be the last regular season game. Clemson will go up to South Bend. It's going to be a huge fixture.
There's our first foul call on Clemson of the evening. Had the offside call earlier, but the first contact foul. Tipped away and just cleared. Clemson tries to relieve some pressure. Quick touches for Louisville, but the ball will be taken away by Clemson. Tobia, though, can't control. Ellsworth sends it in, but cleared by White. Headed right back in, settled by Chester.
That's clever from Chester.
Going to get it right back off the back heel touch, then chip it in, head it back out front. And the ball will be pushed far by Bornkamp. Cannot be chased down by Short, so a throw in here for Louisville.
I think this is the best little spell of the game for Louisville, moving the ball well.
Makowitz pushes to White, right back to Makowitz. Louisville going to do a little forechecking here. Makowitz trying to clear with that left foot and didn't get all of it. Louisville jumps on it. They'll try to cross it. Ball be headed out by White, but settled quickly.
That's a good moment of pressing there from Louisville.
Short settles it for Clemson. White clears it forward looking for Tobia. And it'll kick out of bounds for a throw in. Central Spirit gang saw there. Here they are. Throw in. Ball will go off the head of Geyser, and subs will come in for both teams. Get our first look at Emma Werner for Clemson. Mackenzie Geigley comes in for Louisville, number 3. See Tobia coming out as Winter came in. And Morris can't control, lost her footing and went down.
And a little bit of a tactical change here for Clemson. Renee Lyles is a different type of center forward. They've shifted Tatum Short to the right side here as Winter's taken over that left wing position.
Duff backside with it. Looks for Morris. That ball read well, though, by Alexander. She can't control. Throw in Clemson. Conti on the wing.
Again, credit to Louisville, just making it difficult for Clemson to find those entry passes into midfield and break that first line of pressure.
You see the head coach, Karen Ferguson-Days, talking things over. Strategy. White backside, gonna be pressured. She'll play it back to Makowitz. Makowitz shoots it towards midfield. And it will come to Clemson. So they look to settle it. Louisville doing a good job of pressuring that, though.
Well, when I watched their game earlier in the year, when they beat Pitt, talking about a Pitt team that's sitting very high in the ACC standings right now, just their energy level and commitment to defending was outstanding on the night.
Conti plays it back. White with it one more time. And they won 3-2 against Pitt. Did this Louisville club. 2-1 win over Syracuse. And a 1-1 tie with Boston College in the last 2. Conti chips it in. Can't get it up and over the top as she was looking for Lyles on the run.
Yeah, and I'm kind of looking at Louisville's results, Don, and the one that stands out to me is that following that emotional win over Pitt at home, they go down to Coral Gables and lose an absolute heartbreaker to Miami. They were better on the night, and they lost, I believe it was on a set piece, second phase of a set piece with 5 seconds on the clock now. If they would have gone there and got that result, this team would be sitting in 6th right now.
Right. Talked about Clemson, 40 goals in the season and only 8 for opponents. Louisville's been outscored 14-21 this season, but has some impressive wins. Back in the box, shot deflects out.
That was well done from Clemson. I thought Emma Winter was actually going to be caught off sides, but she timed her run nicely.
Hirschfeld has it poked away from her. Makowitz will play it to Harper White. Trying to play it deep.
That's well read from Tatum Shore to press that.
Morris plays it off to Conti. Morris trying to turn it. We're forced to play negative. Trying to push the ball to the wing. Just deflected right back out. Hiscock can't control. Ball played back. Pups on the pitch encouraging the Clemson players. Conti again forced to play negative. Again, they try to play it deep up and over the defense, but can't, as Roberts just head that right back out. And whistle and a foul called on Clemson.
Has defended well, and the thing is, if you're going to look to play direct like that, you have to be able to pick up that second ball, be in a position to scoop those up.
All right, so here's your top 6 seeds as we stand right now. You can see Pitt, Clemson, Notre Dame all sit there at 16 points. All 3 of these teams playing tonight. North Carolina also in action tonight. Then you got Wake, Virginia Tech. They're 9 points apiece.
Yeah, and as we mentioned there in the opening, Donna, if Clemson is able to win out these last 3 games, they will get that first round bye automatically in the semifinals of the ACC tournament. They could finish no lower than 2nd. We'll get some key matchups tonight that'll be a big factor in these ACC standings.
And you can see that Karen Ferguson Days talking with our lead official. They're giving a yellow card to the assistant coach from Louisville. So they said the assistant was getting in the way on the sideline. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mocking thumbs up. It's a yellow on the bench.
Yeah, one of my former players there, Don Hunter Norton, associate head coach.
Well, no wonder he got a yellow. Now I know a little bit more.
He never got him as a player. He's making up for lost time.
Here's going to be a tripping call. He's down hard. I think Clemson player just fell on top of the ball, knocked the winner, Conti. Not going to sit up, but I think as she went down, she just fell on top of the ball, kind of knocked the wind out of her. Go back and look at this here, Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a rib shot. Still feeling the effects of that.
Well, Conti's got a little edge to her game, and I think sometimes when you poke the bear a little bit, she's her most dangerous.
She's going to
beware.
Take a seat the rest of this half, though, as McNarick will come in. Sydney McNarick checks in. So Conti will get the rest of the half off. Both of these teams have the ability to go fairly deep on their benches. Here's a good lead pass. Lyle's going to jump on that, try to clear it. Coming from the offside and a whiff. Well, Winter just couldn't get a foot to it.
Sydney McNarick comes in and immediately plays one of the best penetrating balls from this Clemson team tonight. That's really well done. Nice run from Renee Lyles as well.
Short has it tipped away and out of bounds by Alexander for the throw in. Let's go back and take a look at this. Well played.
A nicely weighted ball. Good timing from Renee Lyles. You have to love the commitment there from Lizzie Sexton, getting across and just getting enough in the way of Winner.
Lane St. George into the lineup now for Clemson. White chips it forward, looking for Short. Short with the defender on, plays it into the box. Can she get a left foot shot off? She can, but it sails high.
That's really, really nicely done from Tatum Short. But again, it's the early ball in behind that Louisville back line. Problematic for the second time in as many minutes. Nice little sombrero to get around her.
Hirschfeld controls and plays it back. The ball will get by McNarick. Throw in here for Louisville. Weeks will take the throw in. Throws it a little too long, and White will touch it off. McKenna Morris trying to play it through to Lyles. Ball deflects, comes back to Clemson. And then it goes out of bounds off of Wick.
That's good pursuit from Veronica Wick there.
Lyles finally settles the ball in the air, trying to push it through to Morris, but that was well played backside defensively.
You can see McKenna Morris is playing a different role there as a central player. She will get forward.
White clears it. Ball deflecting away. It will be controlled. Weeks trying to push it through. Clemson's back line has enough of that. Davis stepped in. Davis foots it forward. Can't get it over the back line defense. Ball played back. Makowitz one-times it. Ball will go to the sideline and become a throw-in. McKenna Morris trying to push it through.
That's not a bad idea. I think if you're Coach Radwanski, you have to be pleased with how well McNarick has come in and contributed. He's played some good entry balls. It's just that final pass there from Clemson is lacking right now.
Short trying to push some pressure on Weeks. They play it back. 2:35 left here in the half. Push it long and deep. Try to clear it back out, but couldn't. Opportunity for a cross here. Here it is. Nice play. Makowitz taking that ball low and hanging on to that ball. Make sure she secured it where it didn't skip away from her.
Well, I think she's done that a lot this year, hasn't she? Some of those that you could easily give up a rebound. Makowitz's hands have been good, and that's a lot tougher than it looks there, Don. Right there.
Yeah, it actually short hopped her.
Yeah.
Miles, Hirschfeld, plays it back to White. Clemson just controlling it backside. McNarick again will play it back deep to Davis. Makowitz, minute 20 left in the half. Throws it off to the wing. Pushed up the sideline, but Louisville will take control of it. 65 seconds left in the half. Contact there, no whistle, they play on.
It's been a half of it. Not a lot of clear-cut chances. Like the best opportunity was when Conti hit one off the crossbar, but other than that,
had the other long shot that just went over the crossbar.
Yeah, she was in and hit it.
Maybe short shot inside that also sailed high. Here's an opportunity here as we close the half. Chip it in. McKenna Morris, 1v1 in the box, and we'll push it on frame, but Floyd will cover that up.
Good position from Floyd, able to cut the angle there.
Morris, I think, could feel that extra defender coming at her. Just, hey, we need to push this somewhere. We'll talk with Eddie Radwanski as the teams will go to the locker room here at halftime. We have played 45 minutes here in Clemson, South Carolina. And we are 0-0 after the first time.
Sombrero there creates a good opportunity.
Clemson here, second half. You heard Eddie Radwanski say he wants them to take a few more chances. Let's see what they do here, second half. It'll be tough against this Louisville backline defense.
Well, sometimes I believe you have to be prepared to adapt the way you play, and whereas Clemson would prefer to be a little bit more methodical in possession and grind you down, I think your best opportunity is going to come from those transitional moments where you can get behind that Louisville backline quickly. And I think their most dangerous opportunities have come from those situations.
Open space here. Out front, Davis. Short. Sit back out front.
Oh, well, Hirschfeld wanted that ball to run, didn't she?
Yep. Bumper White deflects into the box, headed out. Hirschfeld pressuring. Clemson will jump on that. Tobia chips it in, that's offside. Stats in the first half. Going to look like this. So you see Clemson outshot Louisville 8-1, 2-1 on goals.
And the two shots on goal were the header from Bornkamp and then the little half chance from Morris there. But clean game.
Yeah.
4 fouls total.
Play it off the wing. Opportunity here for Sexton. Puts it in and just off the far post. That was trouble.
I don't know if she was trying to have a go at goal there, just clip that across, but like it caught Makowitz flat-footed almost.
Yes, she did. That ball just kind of drifted. And from that angle, wasn't as close as it looked like from our angle up here in the booth.
Yeah, it looked a lot closer to Denton. Good awareness from Makowitz, had it covered.
Makowitz, just another one in the long line of just great goalies here at Clemson. Got a couple playing professionally right now, as a matter of fact. Whistle a foul called there on Louisville.
I think that was Ellsworth. She's been so tough back there tonight for Louisville.
St. George going to play it deep. But too long there. Short. Here's Makowitz. All right, so Makowitz, as you can see, 20 career shutouts. So just one off of number 3, Ashley Phillips there. I mean, look at the names up there. I mean, that's some people between the pipes right there now.
Yeah, you've got Kaylin Sheridan there, who's currently in the WSL. Gold medal with Canada. Olympic gold medal. Sandy McIver, who's back playing professionally in England. And that's
she's at Manchester City, is that right?
Yeah, that's a pretty esteemed company to be in.
Yep.
She's kind of shot up that list this year, hasn't she?
Ball will be kept inbounds on the wing. Chester trying to turn it in, has it taken away. McKenna Morris comes from behind. She and Chester battle for it. Morris will win that battle, clear it. Louisville comes right back, though. Right, that one flurry for about 2-3 minutes first half by Louisville where they really kind of pressured Clemson. Couldn't get off anything of a real threat.
Yeah, the counter press was effective. They were able to kind of pin Clemson in there for a few minutes, but you can even see there in that instance, Manatee Chester, you know, if I'm on this Louisville coaching staff, I'm wanting her on the ball in the penalty area as much as possible.
Go back and so here's your reigning ACC Defensive Player of the Week and battling against one of the better offensive threats in the league.
Yeah, you could perhaps look for a foul there on both sides, but good decision by the referee. Just let him play on a bit.
And there's a tough tackle. Play on. Harper White controlled it. Yeah, Hirschfeld, who just has not had much on the ball at all tonight. They've done a good job, Louisville, taking away the middle of the field. I say that, and here's Clemson playing right in the middle of it.
Yeah, she's best when she can play between the lines, and this is trouble here.
Short, fires a shot, sails high. And that was a quick fire off that right foot.
Man, I really think in the first half, Clemson didn't get those wide forwards isolated in 1v1 situations enough. But again, that's a quicker transition. You just mentioned Hirschfeld getting on the ball. She gets it forward quickly, and she puts Tatum short in a 1v1 situation.
Again, just a little bit of that body lean back, going to cause it to sail. Floyd, kick it away. St. George heads it forward. Was looking for Lyles. Ball be headed out of bounds for a throw-in for Louisville.
You know, you talk about the impact that these substitutions have on this game. For me, Lizzie Sexton has come in and done a nice job on this right side for Louisville.
Here's Hirschfeld carrying it and keeping possession with it. Finds Short. Short trying to push it through. That's just a little too strong for Winter.
Yeah, she cut inside. I really thought she was going to change the point of attack and try to link up with Toby on that far side, but tries a little entry pass for Emma Winter there. Look at Toby just drifting.
Louisville pushes it deep in the Clemson zone. Ball just be touched out of bounds. Quick throw in here for Louisville. Ooh, the attack, whistle, foul call. They're going to be on Clemson. And this will be a golden opportunity here for Louisville on a set piece.
Yeah, whenever you give the opposition the opportunity to load up a number of players around the top of your penalty area, that could spell trouble.
Which Winter come on the attack.
And she just cut right in front of her path, didn't she?
I think you got to call that.
That's an easy decision for the referee. Looks like we're going to have, I would think, Addie Chester's just going to hit a outswinging ball here. Try to drop it behind that Clemson back line.
Chester in, ball headed out. Harper White back there. A quick run here by Clemson. Can they get by the defense? They can't. It's cleared for a throw in. Well played.
Again,
Sexton backside, yep.
You can see there's a concerted effort from Clemson to get Hirschfeld on the ball more, but she's got to break that first line of pressure.
Morris thinking that Short was going to take off down the line. She kind of stopped. Comes a goal kick. Hirschfeld has it right back in, and is headed right back into the Clemson zone. Davis will settle it.
You already can see that this Clemson back line is moving the ball quicker than they were in the first half.
And Hirschfeld again. Called her name much more here early second half than we did really the entire half. Morris feeds it. It looks like it's going to be onside. Chase down Winter. Plays it back. Bring it to the out front of the box. Here's Hirschfeld. Pressure. Feeds it off. St. George crosses it. And we get a whistle and a foul call.
It's better from Clemson, changing the point of attacks, swinging from side to side, creating a little bit of unbalance in Louisville a little bit there, and Toby was just a little too aggressive there. I think that's Raven Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander a little slow getting up. Yeah, actually, that was Winter.
Actually, Winter sneaking in the back post there.
Ball came all the way through. Here's Chester settling it. Plays it negative. Now we'll turn it positive.
It's a clever turn.
Nice feed off to her left. Outside shot deflects. Winter looking to clear. Short battles with Sexton, and a whistle and a foul call. It's Louisville.
She's just been relentless defensively, Lizzie Sexton.
Clemson on the wing, keeps it in bounds. Morris backside will let it float to White. White clears it in, trying again. Push it to Lyles. Throw in on the sideline for Clemson.
It looked like Carson Cherry just beat Lyles to that. I think if Lyles could have gotten a touch in early.
Bornkamp in. Winter's going to come out.
I think you'll see a little reshuffling here.
Good opening minutes, though, there by Winter. A couple of physical plays that drew whistle, but it's all right. They feed it right to Bornkamp. She can't come up with control, and Floyd just going to clear that out.
Now, Lemma Winter's got a little bite to her game, and she will press, and she can cause trouble.
stopped and settled there by St. George and played back. Davis will give it back. St. George. Up the wing she goes. Short, pushed off the ball. Sexton, and they're going to call a foul on Sexton. They were going to let that play for a bit just to see if Clemson was going to stay in control of it.
And they're just looking for an advantage there, thinking that Danny Davis could have gotten on the end of it and kept the attack alive, but ultimately she couldn't. Good decision by the referee.
I think that's a good call against Sexton there. Just taking short off the ball. It's an opportunity here where Clemson can throw it in, kick it into the top of the box, see if they can create something.
I think that's the second ball they're looking for. You just want to knock that one down.
Ball headed out. Louisville will relieve the pressure. White will play it all the way back.
We'll close in quickly there.
Forces a little bit of an errant pass, but McKenna Morris will chase that down, shoot it up the wing. Toby tried to use her speed to close it down, but can't. Turned all the way back to Floyd, and Floyd will send it out of bounds.
That was just Emerson Jennings just hounding that Clemson back line.
Clemson again will see it turned out of bounds for another quick throw in. McKenna Morris will come and take that. We'll try to touch it right back to Morris, but just too strong. Good idea.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
All right, so we've talked about this a couple of times in the broadcast, just trying to stay alive, trying to be one of those 6 teams that can make it to carry. And there you go. There's your battle that's going on right now. There's Louisville. They're just a point out of this thing. They're trying to make up ground.
Yeah, and regardless of what happens tonight, that match Sunday at Wake Forest, Louisville is going to be massive with how this whole thing can play out here down at the end of the regular season.
Whistle and a stoppage of play. They asked the throw in to come further up the line, and the throw is a little bit too long and out of bounds.
That's nice.
For a goal kick. Sub will come in.
Lucy Roberts defended well there.
Betsy Huckabee come back in. Started first half. Her first appearance here second half, as you can see Alexander heading to the sideline.
And they're just gonna, Louisville's just gonna throw Sexton over on the other side.
The ball will deflect and go off of Louisville. Another quick throw in. And they'll get it in. Lyles, 2 defenders on, plays it back. Ball centered through. And Louisville will just send it to the sideline for a throw in.
And Clemson will want to restart this quickly and keep the tempo of the game high.
Hirschfeld plays it off St. George. Back to Hirschfeld. Double team, ball taken away. Left foot crossed in. Louisville has that defended well. Again, it comes back to St. George. Plays it off to Davis. And now White going to chip it long. Seen if Bornkamp could run that down, but Bornkamp trying to cut inside, got to it. Stops it before it goes over the end line.
She did well. Now she needs to find a little help.
White, long run with it. Pushes it off. Outside, Conti fires a shot. Wide.
That's well done from Harper White. That's the moment we were talking about in the first half. If she can't find that entry pass, she's good enough technically to run that ball into space herself. What that'll do for you is that'll draw a player to defend you, and you can create a passing opportunity. That time she was able to find Caroline Conti just off the mark.
Bornkamp touches it, keeps it alive. Short jumps on the deflection, but then has it taken away. Ooh, nice little move there. Up the sideline comes Louisville. Hirschfeld touched that out of bounds for a throw in. And 1, 2, 3, 4 players check in for Louisville. Gaiji, Hiscock come back in. Wick also coming in.
I think those are good substitutions for Louisville just to keep the energy level high. It's a terrific first touch from Renee Lyles there.
Tries to feed it to Conti, but not online. Wick pushes it through, but too strong.
I think those are the moments that Coach Radwanski was talking about when he said felt like they let Louisville off the hook. You have to break that first line of pressure quickly.
Slip, loses the ball. Louisville will jump on that, see if they can turn this into an opportunity. Clemson defensively, though, back. Close that down.
And yeah, with a little rainfall that fell here in the first half, the pitch is a little slick out there, Don.
It snuck some rain in on us.
Like a little bit of everything. You got pups on the pitch. You got a little fall tonight.
The dogs were like, wait a minute, it wasn't supposed to rain tonight.
It's not quite Halloween, but we're getting close.
We're getting closer. I take it that you are, I'm going to guess that you're like a Reese's peanut butter cup fan.
Well played. Well played. Number one requirement, chocolate. Check.
Oh, the old-fashioned Hershey bar is still the king. But I tell you what, the golden chalice is when you can find somebody, some woman or guy that makes old-fashioned popcorn balls. If you can find that house, you go back to that house 3 or 4 times in hopes that you get one every time. Because that is the golden chalice.
Well, Louisville on the break here.
Ball plays through, but Clemson will jump on that, clear it back midfield.
Well, Don, this could be a controversial take, but I believe you're either pro-candy corn or anti-candy corn. There's no in between.
Yeah, there's no fence riding for that. Makowitz comes out, takes the ball in the air.
If you ask someone if they like candy corn, it's never like, yeah, it's okay. It's either I love it or not at all.
So the white, yellow, orange, that's fine. But the chocolate, white, orange, no, sir. No. St. George going to come out. Clemson will get back in. Duff, see Bentley checking out. Here's a look at Duff.
And then Emma Scroll checking in for Louisville.
Shore pushes it through. Bornkamp on the wing. And again, just forced negative. They play it back to Davis. Hirschfeld, nice little touch coming back the opposite way. Keeps it alive.
You can just get a sense of how quickly Louisville can get organized and get numbers behind the ball.
Oh, when you look out there from our angle, they've got 5 back, and then there's 2 in front of that 5. And they're dropping back 7 people that are back there. It's just difficult. And they also play it tight. They bunch you.
And you would
Play it high.
You would think it would naturally kind of morph into a 5-4-1, but defensively their shape is more, 5-2-3.
Right.
That front line is pretty connected. They're just It's really, really tough to break down.
Duff trying to touch it, trying to get it towards Davis, but headed back out. White jumps on top of that, tries to turn it back in. That was an errant, and now opportunity maybe here for Louisville. Well, Clemson has none of that. Tobia jumped on that. Tobia races with it the opposite way. Got it out in front of her. Players both left and right. Gonna play it off short. Try to settle it. Again, Louisville will just get back defensively. Bornkamp turns it back.
Those are the moments for me, Don, that I wonder if you're just not better off if you're Tobia, rather than slowing the whole game down, just taking that half chance and putting something on frame, because most of Clemson's shots have not really tested Floyd.
Short going to get it right back. Going to look for the cross. There it is. Nobody there, though. Sub going to check in here for Clemson.
It's going to be Sid Manerick coming in for Tatum Short, and I don't think Tatum Short's night is done here with 21 minutes remaining.
Oh, no.
We'll see her again.
Get some minutes on the sideline. Hirschfeld. Morris able to settle that. Try to play it through. Morris trying to pressure it. Get it back. Good passing by Louisville. Now those shoot it towards midfield. Ball goes skip by. You know, this is an opportunity here for Louisville out front. Davis going to cause some problems. Hiscock had to just touch it off. That was an opportunity there for her.
Yeah, it's just not quite quick enough to seal off the defender there and create an opportunity for herself, perhaps draw a foul. I think she was looking for Chester.
Well, here's a good feed. Can Tobia sell it? No. This was just once that ball skipped right there, Kevin, that was problems.
Well, and that's the skip right. I think Duff anticipated something else with the bounce, but we talked about it earlier. It's a lot slipperier out there than it appears, and that ball just skipped in behind her.
Bornkamp feeds it back. Hirschfeld pushes it through. This is onside, and it's scored.
Coach Radwanski talked about being brave in those moments, and that was the run from Hal Hirschfeld that really kind of unlocked Louisville for the first time tonight. Renee Lyles does a great job of staying on sides in that situation. And the finish was crisp and clean.
Her fourth goal of the season for Lyles, and Clemson breaks through.
Well, we talked about she's a little bit of a different 9 than Sammy Meredith, and you can see the awareness from her and the quickness just to get in behind there in that moment. Have a look here at the combination from Bornkamp and Hirschfeld to unlock it.
You see Floyd came out trying to cut down that angle as much as she could, but Lyles, a nice job with that left foot going right corner.
It was just a little bit of miscommunication from that back three of Louisville, and Renee Lyles was able to exploit that space. This will be an interesting dynamic, you know, because I think whereas Louisville was able to keep this thing tight, now they need to come out and score a goal. They need to take some risks going forward.
Clemson going to stay aggressive, though, where there's Davis. Long run with it, being chased down from behind. Nice cut by Davis. Middle of the field, she's going to fire the shot. It hit off the back of her own player. That hit off the back of Meredith. Hirschfeld trying to push it through, but it deflect for a Clemson throw-in. Meredith battles for it, keeps it alive. Ball misplayed. Clemson will cross it. Out front, it's headed away.
It's nicely defended there. It was just Emily Bruff trying to sneak in the backside.
Morris trying to feed it over to Bornkamp. That ball will be clear to the sideline. Clemson throw in. And a nice defensive play by Hiscock.
I really like they're tenacious defensively, aren't they?
Throw in sails over Meredith, and again, it'll just be clear to the sideline for another throw in for Clemson. Try to get it to Meredith one more time, and that ball will go over the inline for a goal kick. All right, so here's your shots on goal. We talked about the 40-8 goals for Clemson versus their opponent. How about shots on goal coming into this? 148-39. 109 more shots on goal. Whew. I was told there would be no math, but I did it quickly.
Well, some of these games I think may have skewed those numbers a little bit, Don.
Yes.
And specifically back to that Gardner-Webb, that big win at the start of the year, and
you mentioned that Gardner-Webb game was a 9-0 win for Clemson over Gardner-Webb.
I think they set a record that night for the most shots in a single match, a Clemson record.
The number was it over 50?
Yeah.
Is that right?
For some reason, I'm thinking 54.
Yeah. Louisville trying to see what they can organize in the Clemson zone. Clemson defense being a little stingy. And that's going to be a foul there against Louisville. And Bornkamp goes down, holding on to the shin.
Yeah, just Jennings' last touch got away from her there a little bit. She had to go to ground.
You see the shin guard on that left leg, but it looks like she got caught just below it.
See as Jennings cuts in here, just last touch gets away from her a little bit.
Boom. And back in your mind's day, the shin guards were kind of like plastic, you know, those wraparound form-fitting things that would go around your shin.
Covered the entire shin.
Oh, yeah. True body armor back in those days. You either had your choice of those, or you had the choice of the big foam ones that you try to stick inside your socks. Those things were awful.
It's better from Harper White.
Carry across. And then, again, Hirschfeld just comes back. Plays it middle of the field. Davis, up the wing she goes, and just a little too long for Bruff. Emily Bruff in on the wing. Hirschfeld.
I can tell Hirschfeld's looking to change the point of attack there, but Renee Lyles just was not in a wide enough area for
White, the chip looking for Morris, and Morris cannot quite chase that down. And so, show you this one more time. If everything ended today, Clemson would be a 3 seed. They'd be at home. Wake Forest would be the opponent. But that's just if it ended today. There's still a lot to happen here in the next, week and a half inside of the league. And again, Clemson will remind you, they kind of control they win out, they win this one, and then the next 2, that's 9 points, and they will secure themselves no worse than second and a bye in the first round of the tournament. Louisville obviously trying to fight their way into the tournament right now. So there you go. Florida State has come back. Remember, Pittsburgh was up 1-0 at half, but here's Florida State rebounding with a couple of goals. Second half, take a 2-1 lead on Pitt.
Well, the resilience from that Florida State team, they are never out of it. I mean, you remember the game here when Clemson was up 2-0 30 minutes in, and Florida State finds a way back. They've had the ability to come from behind in so many situations. And Don, you talk about Clemson winning out. I mean, if they're able to do that, they certainly deserve one of those buys, because you're talking about facing they're in a dogfight tonight. You got a tough Pitt game on the weekend, and then you got to go to Notre Dame.
All right, and then think a little further. If you're a semifinal, get that bye, get in the semifinals of the ACC, what does that do for NCAA tournament hopes as well? I mean, you would think probably no worse than a 3 seed, and maybe no worse than a 2.
Yeah, absolutely, and you've already got an RPI of 12 now.
Cross and a header, goal! Beautiful cross by Davis.
That's a heck of a delivery there.
Hey, who was it that said prior to the game that Sammy Meredith was going to have a header for a goal?
I think you called it at 6:25. You just felt it, but what a delivery. And you talk about the goal involvements from this freshman class, and what a quality ball there from Danny Davis. Look, she continues her run, and the pace on this ball.
5th goal of the year. Excuse me, 6th goal of the year for Sammy Meredith. And that could be a nail in the coffin here tonight for Louisville, although we still have a long way to go. Well over 12 minutes left. Clemson again pushes it into, feeds it to Bruff. Bruff cuts middle of the field.
That's nicely done.
Hirschfeld going to fire the long outside shot that deflects. And then on the hop, up Floyd goes to get it. That took kind of a strange hop.
Yeah, she really took the sting out of the ball. I mean, it looked like Hirschfeld had an opening, and no telling what would have happened if Louisville defender didn't get a piece of that.
Chester going to be fouled from behind. She right away was looking for the foul on McNarick. Got it. Chester on the wing, looks for the cross. There it is. Up and over top everybody.
Again, it's Sexton picking up the ball there for Louisville. She's been active.
Clear it forward. Morris gonna touch it. Bumped off. Floyd comes out and covers it up.
Well, full credit. I think that was Maddie Ellsworth there, just doing enough to throw McKenna Morris's balance off. I thought her last touch was going to put her in behind clean. It's a nicely weighted ball from Bornkamp. Look at the touch here to kind of seal her off, but Ellsworth gives enough pressure, and Floyd reads it well.
Bunch of people there at midfield. The throw in there for Louisville cannot be handled deep by Duff, and that will allow 5 fresh bodies to come onto the field for Louisville. This is like a line change in hockey.
Yeah, I think this is a fairly young Louisville team, and these players getting this experience will pay off, if not this year, but next year. Look at their schedule. They have 8 one-goal games that could have gone either way, so it's valuable experience for a lot of these players.
And again, a A Louisville club that's beaten Pitt, tied with Virginia, beat Syracuse, 1-1 tie with Boston College, and just had the heartbreaking loss at Miami. It could have been a 0-0 game, goal with 5 seconds left in regulation.
That's just, you know, just further evidence of the parity in this league. On any given day, anything can happen.
Bruff on the wing. Pushes it on the diagonal. Bornkamp. Hirschfeld. Bruff pushes it through. Shot fired and scored! Oh, what a beauty off the left foot of Lyles.
Well, a clever little entry ball there and behind. I think most everyone in the stadium thought Bruff was going to continue to run that ball across and perhaps play a negative pass, but good little slipped entry ball there. And just kind of surprised that Renee Lyles just took that immediately on her left foot, one touch. Have a look here, Don. She does well to stay on side. She holds her run, holds her run.
Second goal of the night for Lyles. That was a beauty.
That's a good awareness as a striker there. You can see she doesn't even look up and see where the target is.
So again, this offensive scoring machine that has been Clemson this season comes out here second half and has put 3 in the back of the net. Long carry across the top of the box.
And that brings Renee Lyles to 5 goals on the year.
And the ball will be pushed over the end line and become a goal kick here for Clemson.
Substitution for the Five Tigers. In the match, number 13, Ella Houston. Previous substitution for the Five Tigers. Number 23, Caroline Thompson.
I think McKenna Morris's night will be done here.
So again, how big could these 3 points be for Clemson here this evening as you take a look? Florida State's winning their contest, so they could get to 22. Clemson looks like they're going to move to 19. Pitt, as it stands right now, not going to pick up any points if that score holds in Tallahassee. And it's now 3-1, we're told, in Tallahassee.
That's a result that Clemson fans will think is good. Maybe not for the hopes of a share or a piece or outright regular season conference title, but that will help them in terms of ACC tournament seeding.
It's a Clemson women's soccer program that has never won an ACC women's tournament. So Ed Radwanski looking to do a first in school history there.
When was the last time they won a regular season?
Regular
title? Was it
season?
2016?
I believe that's right. There you go, 3-1 with the 82-minute mark. Florida State over Pittsburgh.
I'll tell you what is so interesting too is with some of these travel partner games, and I think we're only talking about the last 10 to 12 minutes here, but obviously Pitt is in a very tough road game down there at Florida State, and Clemson's put itself in a position now where they can take their foot off the gas and kind of take the air out of the game here, and just a small factor of a little more rest there. And then you talk about the factor of traveling as well.
Clemson again pushing it. Bruff on the wing. Cuts it middle of the field. Nice little move there.
I think
Bornkamp pushes it.
Bruff has come in, and I don't think she's put a foot wrong tonight, Don. She's been very good, and it's a player that has started a couple of games.
Meredith touches it back to Bruff. Bruff again just lets the defender slide, fires a shot, and off to the left. Floyd with a diving stop.
It's well done from Floyd there to hold that, but
that had pace.
And just have a look at the first touch. She does a good job of checking her shoulder, frees herself up, puts it on that right foot.
Like the live action, a whistle and a foul called on Clemson. Chester.
It's a good turn.
Ball deflects out, but then headed away. It's a good run backside there by Midnerick. Ball become a throw in for Clemson.
Well, that's one thing that's stood out to me this year as well for Clemson is they feel like they're a lot deeper than they've been the past couple of years, and they can make several changes and move players around, and the level doesn't drop. In fact, some of that results in a positive spin. I think Coach Radwanski talked to you about the benefit of using those substitutions, and in the past he felt like by the time it came tournament time, there was a lot of minutes on these legs.
Hey, you remember back at the beginning of the year, he talked to both you and I about the management of minutes, and he particularly like the first third of the season, he wanted to make sure he managed his minutes a little bit better for, you know, you got your A-plus players, let's not make any mistake about that, but just making sure they're not getting too many minutes and being able to give them a little bit of something. He wants his team playing his best soccer right now as they come down the stretch and go into tournament play to be playing at their best. Scoring package for Clemson. All 3 goals have come here. Second half, Lyles has 2 of them. Here's the first.
Yeah, just a terrific little slipped entry ball there that she finishes off. And what a ball from Danny Davis here to find Sammy Meredith, who just buries it.
This was a great left-footed shot here. Bruff bringing it across. Lyles just bangs it in.
Yeah, that top near corner there for her brace.
Corner here for Clemson. Ball be headed and out of bounds.
It's just the 3rd corner tonight.
Yep, 2 in the first half and the first corner here the second half. All of them for Clemson. Play on after contact, no whistle there. Bruff chase that down.
Harper White's getting up a little slow from that tackle.
Bruff plays it back. Conti couldn't fill. White will push it to Davis. Davis down the sideline, draws defenders. And he'll be out of bounds off of Davis. Bornkamp feeds it back. Hooser in the ball game. Bornkamp trying to look for Conti. 75 seconds left here in the contest. Clemson will just try to play it to the deep corner there. Just play possession of the ball. Ball touched out of bounds. Another quick throw in.
You just
Won't be so quick.
just killing the game off, but you don't want to put yourself in a situation where get injured from a tackle in that moment.
Davis again will just take it deep in the corner. It's going to be off of Davis. She was reaching for that ball before it got out of bounds. Headed forward. Just 25 seconds left. So Clemson on their way to picking up their 12th win of the season, their 11th clean sheet of the year. Makowitz will get credit for that. She'll move into third all-time in a tie for shutouts in a Clemson career. She'll move up to 21. And Clemson victorious here. There you see Allie Makowitz leads all of Division I, 11 shutouts this season as Clemson wins it 3-0.